Vasudevaya. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 11, Chapter 14, text number 26. Yatha yatha atma parimrijyate sau mat punyagatha shravanabhidhanai तथा तथा पश्यति वस्तु सूक्ष्मं चक्षुर यथैवांजन संप्रयुक्तम् यथा यथात्मा परिमृज्यते सो मत्पुण्यगाथा श्रवणाभिधानै तथा तथा पश्यति वस्तु सूक्ष्मं चक्षुर्यथैवाञ्जनसंप्रयुक्तम्. Word to word meaning. Translation and purport by the followers and disciples of A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. When a diseased eye is treated with medicinal ointment, it gradually recovers its power to see. Similarly, as a conscious living entity cleanses himself of material contamination by hearing and chanting the pious narrations of my glories, he regains his ability to see me, the absolute truth, in my subtle spiritual form. Purport. The Lord is called Sukshmam because he is pure spiritual consciousness without any tinge of material energy. If one chants and hears the holy name and glories of Krishna with great sincerity, there is immediately a transcendental effect. We can immediately see the spiritual world and the pastimes of the Lord if we fully surrender to the process mentioned here. A blind person feels perpetual gratitude to a doctor who restores his sight. Similarly, we sing Chakshu Dan Dilaye Janme Janme Prabhu Sei. The bona fide spiritual master, the representative of Lord Krishna, restores our spiritual sight, and thus he is our eternal Lord and Master. Hare Krishna. So welcome all the devotees for Sunday morning Bhagavatam class. We are discussing this very important chapter from the 11th canto. Lord Krishna explains the yoga system, and this is part of Uddhava Gita. Lord Krishna is giving instructions to Uddhava. Here Lord Krishna in this particular verse takes the role of a doctor and is prescribing a medicine. And amazingly Lord Krishna says, just like an eye when it gets diseased, then there you put an ointment, right? The infection of the eyes you cannot see properly. Yesterday only I met one devotee. He was having some infection in the eyes. He was not able to see clearly, blur. So then he went to the doctor, he gave him some drops, he put the drops, and then immediately not that the whole eye was cured, but at least he could see better than before. And then he got some faith, oh, if I put more drops regularly, then what will happen? My blurriness will decrease and I can see very clearly. So the whole thing is here mentioned that how the material eyes, if it is contaminated or some contamination is there in that, you cannot see properly, vision is not there, right? Similarly, Krishna says here that if one wants to see spiritual things, and he's talking about himself, if someone wants to see Krishna personally, then in my subtle spiritual form, the absolute truth, the ability to see me, someone wants to see Krishna personally, then he is prescribing the medicine. What is the medicine? The medicine is not to put any eye drop in the eye, right? To see material thing, you have to put eye drop. But to see spiritual thing, it's a different drop, no eye drop. And that special eye drop, which is also called in Brahma Samhita Yasna, recited, Premanjana Churita Bhakti Vilochanena. Prem ka anjan lagana hai. But where? Where is that anjan available? Which medical stores? Right? Well, there is no medical store where anjan of prem is available. That medical store is ISKCON. Yeah, ISKCON is like a hospital where the medicine is given. And we are like patients. Am I right? We are patients. And who's doctor? Gaur Nitai. Two doctors, specialists. But you have to take appointment with them. An appointment is from Srila Prabhupada. He gives appointment. And if you please Prabhupada, you will get fast appointment, right? Sometimes super specialist is there and you have to 3 months of line, right? 3 months you have to waiting list. But if you have very special, some contacts are there, next week आ जाओ, आपको घुसा देता हूँ मैं अंदर. So Prabhupada is like a very important agent through which we access to Gaur Nitai. So Gaur Nitai, Lord Krishna, they are recommending a special medicine. So ISKCON is like a hospital and the medicine is also simple. The medicine is mentioned here. Hearing and chanting the glories of Krishna's holy name, qualities, form, pastimes, etc. So this is the medicine. ISKCON is the hospital. The patient is there. And the only thing which changes in the whole thing, like for example, over the years, the things which have changed is not the medicine. The disease also has not changed. The doctor also has not changed. But how to give medicine has changed. Administration part. Right? Sometimes the same medicine, if the patient is very serious, he can't take oral medicines, then you give saline. But what is saline? The same medicine going through the intravenous. That's it. So administration is little different as per different yugas or different cities or different centuries. But the medicine remains same. Srila Prabhupada gave the same medicine but in a different way. Style was different. Administration style was completely different. And in the hospital, everyone has to come to the hospital, right? And in hospital there are different wards, right? In Bhaktivedanta hospital we have general ward, then we have private ward, we have super private wards. So all these wards are like the different ashrams, Grihastha ashram, Brahmacharya ashram, Vanaprastha ashram, Sannyasa ashram. Then whatever you can afford, you have to go to that ward. You go to that ward and you admit. But medicine will be same. In those wards, there will be, only the luxury will be different, your payment style will be different, but the medicine will be same, doctor will be same. And sometimes there are people waiting outside, right? Outside the wards. They want to get admitted. But they are thinking, कहाँ जाओ? General ward में जाओ कि private ward में जाओ? So these are like devotees who are like IOS boys and girls, you know. They are waiting. कौन से ward में जाओ? So this is, but the main point is the medicine doesn't change. The doctor does not change. But the administration style changes. Like we have our very wonderful devotees now preaching all over the world. Gaur Gopal Prabhu, Shubhilas Prabhu, and Rajvihari Prabhu, Gauranga Prabhu, Govind Prabhu. Medicine is same. Right? Doctors also same. Administration style has changed. And depending on what is the need now, you give that. Right? Now you see beautiful Gaur Gopal Prabhu is preaching all over the world. But he has not changed his style. Gaur Gopal Das, that name is also there. Hare Krishna is also there. So everyone knows that he is giving a medicine which I like, but he is Hare Krishna. So there is no confusion in that. You go to Google Map and go to ISKCON Chowpatty and people will comment, hey, if I come to this temple, will I get to meet Gaur Gopal Prabhu? There is a super comments always there, you know. So people are wanting to come to ISKCON Chowpatty, not for Radha Gopinath, but to meet Gaur Gopal Prabhu. But if they meet Gaur Gopal Prabhu, they are going to meet Radha Gopinath also, right? So that's called administration style. So in this way we can see devotees are very intelligently giving that administration expertly as per the need, right? As per the need that is there. So Krishna is saying here that for that Premanjan, you have to see me, there is a process. Often people are asking, आजकल कलयुग में बहुत पूछते हैं लोग कि मुझे भगवान को देखना है. Like when we go for preaching outside, book distribution or preaching, people ask, आपने भगवान को देखा है? कितने साल से आप जप कर रहे हैं? It's a straightforward question. As if it is very easy to see Krishna. We can't even see a very important person. Let's say our boss in the company, the main boss, the owner. If we have to see him also, it's so much time. As per his availability, you can even see him. His darshan you can get, The day when he has hundreds and hundreds of companies, the way he comes to your office, your company, that day is a special day in your office, right? Aaj darshan milne wala hai. So even an ordinary company owner, you have to see, it takes time. It takes a process. You just cannot see him like that. So if you have to see Krishna, what is the process? Krishna himself gives the process in the Bhagavad Gita. In most of chapters, especially 7th and 9th chapter, Krishna mentions how to see him. Krishna says to see him first, you have to see Krishna in his creation. That means within the creation of Krishna, there are so many beautiful things, you actually can access that things and see Krishna there. And that's called training part. So Krishna says, all this vibhuti is the best of things in this world. That is me, Krishna says. Right? Like Krishna says of the different things he is mentioning, the taste of water is me. Now, water is an essential part of our life. We cannot miss it, right? When you don't drink, we are very conscious that today I have not taken water. Right? You may not take apple juice or santra juice or sugarcane juice for months together. But that's not with water. Water, if you don't take, you are conscious. And someone takes sugarcane juice in front of you, you don't feel so tempted. But someone takes water in front of you and you feel the need of water, you want to drink water. Especially, for example, if you are parched, your throat is scorched, dry, and someone offers you, Prabhuji, आपके लिए मैं नींबू संतरे का जूस लेके आया हूँ. बोले हाँ वो रख लो, लेकिन पहले पानी लेके आओ. Why? Because that scorch can be only relinquished or that can go away only with water. Water has a special taste, right? And many of you have experienced, and especially when we experience the next day of Pandav Nirjala Ekadashi, when the water comes, right? We keep water ready. And many devotees next day when they get up after morning, this Mangalarti come, Pandav Nirjala Ekadashi, the next day, Dwadash day. And they come with a bottle, waiting 1 hour more, but the bottle is there. बाद में फिर शक्ति नहीं होगा भरने के लिए. So they keep the bottle ready because as soon as the Paran time, no more extra, Last time it was really tough, around 10 o'clock, something like that, Paran time. Sometimes happens like that, late, and then you become more conscious of water. What to speak of those devotees who are doing Nirjal regularly, every Ekadashi? It's more tougher for them. I know one devotee, I met one, Bhakti Dhir Damodar Maharaj. It's amazing sannyasi. He does Nirjala Ekadashi for last 20 years. Not only that, he is endued with so much austerity that he does Nirjala Ekadashi, then he does not sleep in night. Does Kirtan. And next day again, ऐसा नहीं सुबह सो गए, नहीं, next day same program. So one time he was flying from the place where he stays in Africa somewhere, and he was flying to India. So there was, Ekadashi changes everywhere, right? Times are different. So he did Ekadashi in one place, then he flew to India and came to know that Ekadashi, idhar bhi Ekadashi hai. He did one more Ekadashi. But ultimately, after all that Ekadashi, you need that taste of water. And Krishna says, I am that taste. Right? I am that taste. So when you see water, how we see Krishna actually? First we train ourselves. ये जो taste है water का, this is coming from Krishna. So that training Krishna gives when he says, I am the taste in water. Krishna also says, Daityanam Prahlad Asmi. Among all the Daityas, Asuras, I am Prahlad. See, among all the Asuras, the Asura number 1 is Hiranyakashipu. In one sense, because he did what Ravana also could not do. Best of Asuras. He actually controlled the whole universe, in one sense. He could change seasons. He was Asura number 1, and definitely his son will be next Asura number 2. Right? But he became devotee by the mercy of Narad Muni. So that personality in the whole Asura dynasty, the best is Prahlad Maharaj. And Krishna says, when you see Prahlad, you should see that my vibhuti is in him, my potency is in him. Otherwise, how it's possible that in a whole dynasty of Asuras, one beautiful flower like a devotee, he actually comes up. Has to be Krishna's special potency in him. So Daityasmi, Daityanam Pralasmi. Then Krishna says, of Pandavas I am Arjuna, of trees I am Ashwatha. And in this way, finally Krishna also says, of Masomi Marga Shirsho Asmi. Of different months, like this month we have January, February, March, April, May, June. So this is our English months, right? But in the Sanskrit they are called different, Chaitra, Vaishak, Margashirsh. Krishna says, of all 12 months, I am Margashirsh. And Margashirsh comes after Kartik. Okay? Now we just finished Kartik. Kartik is October, November. And Margashirsh is November, December. What a coincidence. Krishna's month comes the last. Just before that, Kartik is Srimati Radharani's month, Kartik. Right? So everyone knows. So we get full blessings of Srimati Radharani. She gets a full discount for us 1 month. Every devotee is geared to do more and more. I see that, like for example, today is Sunday morning. And it's an average devotee crowd. Devotees are coming here. But during Kartik month, you will find more devotees coming. Morning and evening both times. Run and come to offer diya. Doesn't happen on regular times. It's a special effort taken by devotees. I know every devotee who comes, he actually goes out of his way to come and offer that diya. It may be anywhere in your home also, wherever you stay. It's an extra effort we take. We are chanting 16 rounds, then in Kartik we chant a little more extra round. Because everyone knows that one round you chant in other months and that same round you chant in Kartik, the benefit is manifold, right? So then you get as much benefit. Then you do some vrata, you don't take sweet or you don't take fried or you don't take this 1 time, 2 times, 100 times, whatever it may be. One devotee asked me, Prabhuji, आप एक बार खा रहे हैं क्या? हाँ, मैं ब्रेकफास्ट एक बार खाता हूँ, लंच एक बार खाता हूँ और डिनर एक बार खाता हूँ. So everyone is own style of. One devotee I met said, what vrat you are doing Kartik? Prabhuji, I am eating a lot in Kartik. I am relishing prasad. That's also good vrat, right? Little more extra quota. Everyone is own style. But everyone knows benefit is more. Someone takes Mahaprasad thinking this is Krishna's mercy. In that month you take more. That's also benefit. A lot of faith you are showing in Mahaprasad. Right? So hundreds of ways we try to improve our Krishna consciousness because we know a lot of benefits will come. Srimati Radharani is very merciful. And now here, after Kartik comes Margashirsh. So I just contemplating this amazing thing that after Kartik comes immediately this book distribution marathon also comes. Right? So there is a connection. You first absorb yourself in Krishna consciousness. You fill your bank account of Krishna consciousness with a lot of Krishna conscious wealth. And now it's time to also share that wealth. So it's a connection. It's a connection from the Gita. It's not connection from my brains, That throughout the year, if you analyze our own spiritual life also, throughout the year we are thinking about our own spiritual life. Or our family's spiritual life. We come to Krishna, even pray for ourselves or our family. Seldom we actually do pray for others. Very less. Right? Like one time one devotee came and asked one senior person in our temple that, Prabhuji, one friend of mine, he is not becoming devotee. I am trying for a long time to make him devotee. So our senior devotee mentioned to him that, have you prayed for him? He was shocked. Oh, I have never prayed for him. Because we try many activities to make someone devotee, but we never do that main one very serious activity of praying. Praying we confine to our own selves, hamare liye. Because we have less time with Krishna, so immediately, Bhagavan, ye kar do, make me humble, make me chant, make me servant of servant. Everything is make me. It's naturally, because in conditioned life we always think about me and mine. But we need to also sometimes remove time to think about others. And when it is not done, it has to be regulated. Right? To be naturally chanting Hare Krishna is very difficult. So regulation is, if you take initiation, 16 rounds, take a vow. Why vow? Because if you don't take a vow, someday 16 rounds, someday 32 rounds, someday 1 round. Right? But there is a vow, a discipline, a regulation, you do it. 4 principles, regulation. Right? So there has to be regulation in also compassion. And that regulation is giving out some Krishna consciousness which we have received and share it with others. And it's very easy to understand. Just imagine we are all sitting here in this temple now. And everyone here who has come has received this Krishna consciousness from someone who extended himself. A devotee who came in your life, extended himself and gave you that Krishna consciousness or a pull or a push. No one suddenly walks in temple डिक्लेयरिंग मैं डिवोटी बनने यहाँ पर आया हूँ. ऐसा कोई करता है तो हमको शौक लगता है, अरे ऐसे कलयुग में भी ऐसे भी लोग हैं अभी. राइट? Like I remember one time, many years back, 10 years back, one father came with his son and he said, मुझे अपने बेटे को ब्रह्मचारी बनाना है. हमारे आश्रम के लोग सब झाँक के देख रहे, कौन है ये पिताजी, लेके आए, मैं अभी छोड़ के जा रहा हूँ उसको. वेल क्वालिफाइड सन. इवन टुडे दैट डिवोटी, ऐसा याद है 10 साल पहले ऐसा एक अमेजिंग इंसिडेंट हुआ. ऐसा कुछ हुआ कि कोई व्यक्ति आके ब्रह्मचारी बनाने के लिए बच्चा छोड़ के गया. No one walks in telling I want to be devotee. We have walked in by some trick or some pull or some push. Someone extended us, right? And it was not like we had a sincere desire to become devotee, so someone pulled in. We had actually no desire. Try to tap your previous life before you came to Krishna consciousness. Was there an iota of desire I will become a devotee? That was the last, maybe the least, or not even thought of that thing. You ask any young child today, what you want to become? A young student, school boy, I want to become an engineer, a doctor, a pilot, a chartered accountant, and this and that. You will seldom find someone saying, I want to be a devotee. And same with us. Had anyone thought previously, I want to be engineer, I want doctor, I also want to be devotee of Krishna? Never. Out of the world, never thought. But yet we are all devotees here, right? How it has happened? Someone intervened in our life. A devotee extended himself. Devotee like us. It was not like someone from demigod planet came, हमको preach करके निकल गए वो. Someone like us, busy in his own social life, spiritual life, chanting, उसको सोला मोला करना है, उसको काम करना है, माता जी को सेवा करना है घर पे, बच्चों को संभालना है. One of them extended and reached us. And not that they reached and gave us and we accepted it very nicely. No. So much of trick, prasad diya, push kiya, pull kiya, kya kya nahi kiya. And finally they landed us in Krishna consciousness. So if a group of devotees sitting here has got that precious gift of Krishna consciousness through someone extending himself, so what will the next generation is going to come now? How they will get Krishna consciousness? When we extend ourselves. So we should make a chart of in our life. Throughout the year, how many times we have extended ourselves? Very less. So why don't make a samuhik, a very group, a powerful sangha of extending oneself in a special way which will make an impact. And that specifically when the December book marathon starts. December book marathon is not a time of getting alarmed, baap re, aa gaya marathon. It's a time to think. Now it is year ending. It's like accountants, now year ending. What do happen in year ending? बहुत सारा काम जो बचा था अभी सब क्या बोलते हैं उसको submit करना है. What is that? Returns and whatever, settle all that, and you have to work extra time. Accountant, especially in the last moments of their returns filing and all, they are like working hard day and night. Other times they work, but they work hard more that time because पूरा साल का returns देना है. So Krishna consciousness also whole year has gone through January to November, and especially Kartik, we thought about ourselves, but now we have to extend. So this is book distribution marathon. Now question may come, why we should distribute books and why this is called as extending ourselves? Why not other methods? Yeah, other methods are as important. But this is one method which everyone can do and everyone can take part, right? Preaching, like for example, I am giving a class here, you're all hearing. I am feeling very bad that मैं ही बोल रहा हूँ, आपको बोलने का chance ही नहीं मिल रहा है. Given chance, everyone will speak, right? But here, only one person is speaking. So not everyone can preach. Not everyone can cook. Not everyone can sing. But everyone can 100% stand on a stall or extend and give a book. So book distribution is everyone's domain. Anyone can do it. One devotee was mentioning this nice small Indian Hindi phrase, भोजन तन की जरूरत है, भजन मन की जरूरत है. जब भोजन की भूख नहीं लगी तो तन रोगी है, जब भजन की भूख नहीं लगी तो मन रोगी है. So you see that how people in the outside world, they have no bhajan ki bhook. Why? And that is the reason there is man ki rog. When there is Krishna consciousness, then what happens? A person becomes composed. He knows what to do. At least he is not bewildered, depressed in his own world. Pata nahi kya karna hai. He has solution in his life. So when we extend ourselves to the outside world, then what happens? We are giving medicine, right? ISKCON is a hospital. So now we have taken some medicine and now we are instilling faith on some people in their life. मैंने medicine खाया है, effect हो रहा है, आप भी medicine लीजिए. So we are like, those agents who are attracting patients or some other patients. He joined this hospital, come to this hospital, doctors are good, like that. So, but faith is also important. I was mentioning about faith part. The medicine is there and the faith has also to be there about the medicine. Otherwise, you will not take medicine regularly. Shravan Prabhu was mentioning one very nice point one day, that one man went to an Ayurvedic doctor. So the Ayurvedic doctor did his Nadi Parikshan, and then after he told, okay, then he gave a paper and said, he wrote something, he folded a paper and he said, iska kada bana ke piyo. So the man went in, first time went to doctor, maybe Ayurvedic doctor, kada ka matlab garam karke usko pani mein पीने का है, काढ़ा. So he went home. Meanwhile, the doctor in the evening realized, अरे उसके prescription में मैंने एक medicine कम लिखा है. So luckily for him, the patient was somewhere nearby. So he went and checked with him. He said, where is the prescription? I want to write one more medicine. Which prescription? अरे दिया सुबह वो काढ़ा बनाने के लिए. हाँ, वो तो मैं काढ़ा बना के पी लिया उसको. तो prescription को ही उसने पानी में डाल के उसका काढ़ा बना दिया. मैं तो इसका काढ़ा बना के पीने का. And then he said, डॉक्टर इतना अच्छा मेडिसिन दिया आपने, मैं ठीक हो गया. अरे, I don't know what he did, the ink affected him or the paper affected him, but I think so more than the faith in a doctor affected him. He had faith that actually it didn't make sense to him, paper को boil करके पीना, but he just had faith, and it affected him. So he was mentioning a beautiful point, Shravan Prabhu, that actually medicine is coming to everyone's plate, but more also important is faith. It's a time of faith actually. I consider when we have events like book distribution marathon or preaching, it's a time of faith. Do we have faith, enough faith or little faith? That's why we have actually every time a blowing of conch shell before we start marathon. We are gathering our faith together to remind ourselves what Srila Prabhupada has done. Who is Srila Prabhupada? Why so special? Now I'll tell you a nice story from Brahma-Vaivarta Purana about Srila Prabhupada. There are many places where Srila Prabhupada is very indirectly predicted. Right? Like example, in Brahma-Vaivarta Purana there is a mention that Lord Krishna, who was in Dwarka, he decides that now time has come to close his pastimes. And at that time, everyone, all the demigods who have now taken birth on the earth planet in different ways, different forms, they all come to meet Lord Krishna because they know that now he is closing his pastimes. When Ganga Devi, river Ganga, she hears about Krishna living. She also hurries and meet Hari. So she goes to meet Lord Krishna and she mentions, "Oh Krishna, I can see that as you leave this planet, Dwapar Yuga is going to end, Kali Yuga is going to begin. And I can foresee in the future, Kali Yuga is going to be a very, very difficult age. People are going to be very sinful. Not just sinful, they will be extremely sinful. Not just extremely sinful, they will be really extremely sinful. They will use their intelligence to become more sinful. Yes, you check all the PhD research today in food industry. It is nothing but actually implicating in high sins. They are researching. I went to many biotechnology industries and all. The research material is cow's blood. From there they are researching, kaise uska kya hai. And its study itself is full of sin. What to speak of lifestyle. Research are doing just to become more sinful. And then she mentions a beautiful point that these people are so sinful yet they are very shrewd, Kali Yuga people. They will do all sins and they will surely without fail come to a holy place, especially come in my river and take a bath, because they know if you take bath in Ganga, all the sins are vanquished. So they will come and do Har Har Ganga and take bath in me and deposit all that sins in me, go back, start refresh, do all sins, keep coming again and again, deposit all the sins. So these guys in Kali Yuga are really shrewd and very sinful. So then she mentioned to Krishna, I don't want to get contaminated like that. Please, can I join you, come back to the spiritual world? And Krishna smiled and said, no, you wait. You don't know what's coming up in Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga will be a very dangerous yuga in terms of people living here. But what's coming in Kali Yuga is also amazing to know. Soon in Kali Yuga, I will myself appear, Lord Krishna said, in a very beautiful form of Lord Gauranga. And I will come and I will distribute love of Godhead in the form of chanting of the holy names. And then he mentioned, after I leave in 50 years, then the big parampara will follow me. And especially a time will come when great Vaishnavas from all over the world will come and they will take bath in your holy waters and chant my names. And by their association, you will get purified. So Krishna has had a contract with Ganga Devi that people are going to come from Kali Yuga, Kali Yugites are going to come and deposit sins, but you will get purified with devotees, great Vaishnavas born from all over the world in Kali Yuga, and they will take bath in you. So just taking a hint, Krishna is saying in Brahma Vaivarta Puran, this is in Dwapar Yuga, that devotees from all over the world will come. All over the world. It's very easy to now think, oh, all over the world, because we have devotees all over the world. But were devotees all over the world all the time? No. There is mention in the scriptures, a sannyasi should not travel abroad, cross oceans, because it's a sinful land. It's mentioned in the scriptures. Mlechas, Yavanas and all that things. So where is this devotees all over the world? No one knew where the devotees will come from all over the world till 1965. It was after 1965 that devotees from all over the world started manifesting. So who was the one whom Lord Krishna is indirectly hinting at? Any one of us here? He was hinting about Srila Prabhupada, right? So he was telling Ganga, don't worry, after me, a great Vaishnava will come, he'll preach all over the world, make devotees, and those devotees will come and bathe in you. It doesn't mean that we are those devotees who will bathe in Ganga and purify Ganga. But those who are pure devotees amongst us will do that. But rest of us, we should go in Ganga and do that at least one activity of chanting Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's holy names and chanting Hare Krishna when we bathe. That will remind Ganga of that promise Krishna gave. Yes, now devotees are coming even from Mumbai. Right? Mumbai also is not a very pious place. What the best and worst of India starts from Mumbai only. So this is one incident where Srila Prabhupada, this great Acharya, was predicted. Another instance comes in Chaitanya Mangal, Lochan Das Thakur. Lochan Das Thakur mentions about this beautiful story of Narad Muni, again preaching all over the world, all over the universe, and foresees that on the earth planet there will be massive degradation. Kali Yuga will be rampant. So he is in anxiety. Narad Muni, who is an excellent preacher, who can preach devotees like Prahlad, catch actually Prahlad within that whole Asura kingdom and make him a devotee. Such expertise. Make Dhruva Maharaj into devotee, make Mrigari into devotee. He is in anxiety. How Kali Yuga, what will happen to them? Who will preach to them? So the greatest of preachers is thinking of all of us. Inka kya hoga? So with that whole thing, he goes to Lord Krishna again. Lord Krishna is in Dwarka at that same time. And he mentions his whole predicament. Making the story short, Lord Krishna also mentions, don't worry. I am going to appear in Kali Yuga and I am going to catch every one of them and make them devotee. Give them the holy name. So Narad Muni is so excellent, happy, so much happy. And then Narad Muni said, I have never seen this form. Lord Krishna manifests that form to him. Then Lord Krishna says, this form is actually in the spiritual world. In Golok Vrindavan, there is a section called as Navadvip Dham. If you go there, I am eternally always there with my associates, chanting and dancing. So Narad Muni becomes so intrigued. Immediately after offering obeisance to Krishna, he goes to Golok Vrindavan. Because he wants to see that beautiful form of Lord Gauranga. So he goes to Navadvip Dham, and the Lord Gauranga Mahaprabhu is manifesting his beautiful pastime with his associates. And Narad Muni comes there. Lord Gauranga is happy, pleased, and he said, yes, Narad Muni, your problem is going to get solved soon. I am going to come soon in Kali Yuga and actually reach out to people and make them Krishna conscious. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed that in his pastimes. It was Chaitanya Mahaprabhu who was relocating himself. It was not like people were coming to him. It was not like Navadvip Dham, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was sitting and everyone coming and he giving Hare Krishna and all becoming devotee. No. He was in Navadvip, then he relocated to Jagannath Puri, then he goes on a South India Yatra, and everywhere he goes, what happens? He is giving Krishna consciousness. He goes and he chants Hare Krishna in a village, and he just glances on a person, tells him, chant Hare Krishna. And what happens? He starts chanting Hare Krishna. He is completely purified in one shot. And this fellow goes to the other village men and he says, chant Hare Krishna. And they start chanting Hare Krishna. Mega effect. Mahaprabhu did that. Then Gauranga Mahaprabhu in the spiritual world tells Narad Muni, but I will see that when I preach, then many people will leave this land or they'll run away from me. They may even run away from outside the country, abroad they will go away. But I have a plan for that also. People run away from me, I will arrange for an expert commander-in-chief, Mora Senapati Bhakta. He will come and he will go to all over the world, catch people there and make them devotees. Now who is this? I am not able to hear. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So is there any doubt that we have a very powerful Acharya with us? It's our great fortune that we are sitting. We could be any organization, spiritual organization, but it's our great fortune we are in spiritual organization of ISKCON, where our leader is Srila Prabhupada, who has been sent by Krishna. It's a strategy. Our ISKCON is part of a universal strategy in Kali Yuga. And we are part of that strategy. And what is Prabhupada's strategy? Prabhupada's strategy was that he had less time and so much to do. But the most important thing Prabhupada carried, which he wanted to actually prove to all devotees in the future, the faith, the Shraddha. Shraddha in that instruction he received. Srila Prabhupada met his spiritual master in the year 19. Which year? 22. Just imagine Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur is delivering a class, speaking to many devotees sitting on a rooftop. And someone just walks in during the lecture, during the gathering, and he sits there behind. Just imagine, I am making you imagine a scene. You are sitting here, I am speaking. Someone walks in. I am speaking to all of you, and suddenly I stop speaking to you and I talk to that one devotee who just came in. It's a little different, it never happens in lecture, right? Prabhuji, baad mein baat karo na, abhi kya baat kar rahe hain? Srila Prabhupada walks in. How he has walked in? His friend Narendranath Malik pulls him. He tells Narendranath Malik tells Srila Prabhupada. What he tells? That I have met a sadhu, you should come and meet him. So Prabhupada said, I have seen so many sadhus, they come to my house, I am not interested in meeting any sadhu. And Narendranath Malik said, but this sadhu is special, you should come, he is from Gaudiya Math. So literally he pulls, Srila Prabhupada doesn't want to go, but he is pulled in, and he comes and sits, reluctantly sitting there. And as soon as Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur sees Prabhupada, in between his class, his gathering, he starts speaking to Prabhupada. Meeting for the first time that person, he is speaking, you are an educated young man, you preach the message of Lord Chaitanya in English language. See, if Prabhupada is brought to Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur and Narendranath Malik introduces, this is my friend, he is a very educated person, he is with Scottish Church College, and then Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta mentions, okay, can you preach in English language, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That's another ball game. Here is no knowing each other and direct instruction. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was waiting for that person to come. This is called as spiritual impatience. He couldn't wait for the lecture to end, officially to be introduced, direct. You are a young, educated man, preach in English language, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's message. So we can see that the connection here. The first instruction comes on the first meeting. Can you imagine just sitting on Rajasthan if someone comes in for the first time and I tell him कि आप एक बॉक्स भगवद लेके जाओ और बांटो, वो कभी आएगा नहीं मंदिर में. Even you also, hundreds of times you come. If I tell you, Prabhu ji, आपको 2 बॉक्स बांटना है, next time when you see me, you will run away. So instructions are easy to give but difficult to execute. Prabhupada took that instruction to heart and he said, I have met a very nice saintly person. First meeting, Prabhupada considered him as his guru. How many times in his life Prabhupada met his guru? 5 times. Sometimes devotees complain. We complain actually. Prabhu ji, हमको हमारे गुरु महाराज का संग ही मिलता नहीं. I would tell count how many times you have met your Guru Maharaj. It will be more than Prabhupada met his Guru Maharaj. Prabhupada met only 5 times. And every time he met, there was a special thing. One time Prabhupada met in Radhakund, his Guru Maharaj. Walking on the banks of Radhakund, Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur was expressing his disgust in terms of how preaching is happening, people are quarreling. And then out of blue, nowhere, he mentions to Prabhupada, if we get money, print books. It was not like Prabhupada was having a printing business. If you are there, for example, if you introduce, let's say, Prabhuji is doing computer work. Example, I don't know, software. Then immediately I will say, Prabhuji, आप computer में मेरा computer खराब है, तो आप repair कर दो. Connection is there. Here is a person well known that he is in pharmacy, drug dealing, right? Prabhupada was having pharmacy. And Prabhupada को बोल रहे, if you get money, print books. He has no experience of printing anything, but print books. How this can happen? That means Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was clearly envisioning what he is going to do and making that blueprint for him. That's over. Then 1936, Prabhupada was in Mumbai, here, Grand Road. Right? And Prabhupada decides things, I have not met my spiritual master for quite a long time now. I want to know really what is the goal of my life, how can I serve him. Writes a letter to him. The letter reaches him. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur is in Jagannath Puri. And from there he writes a letter back. Prabhupada receives the letter. And again the same thing. Preach in English language. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's message is necessary. We cannot wait. And books and all that. Same instruction. Confirm this is my life's goal. And next 15 days Prabhupada receives the news that Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur has passed away. So Prabhupada has got few instructions. But then faith. What faith he had. And how long the faith? 1936 he received the confirmation and actually he got success in the year 1965. First success is he got a ticket to go America. How many years in between that? 1965 minus 1936. कितना हो गया? 29 years. 29 years there was only struggle and failures. But he never lost faith. He never thought, Guru Maharaj ने ऐसा कैसे बोल दिया? कितना impractical है. We think like that. Huh? that our spiritual master spoke, हाँ वो तो 2015 में बोला है ना, अभी 18 में अप्लाई नहीं होता है. This is our fertile brain of Kali Yuga, we think like that. As if we, that's what scriptures mentions, Gurushu Naramati. See, if he tells me one thing, there can be a doubt. Guru said really something. If you doubt, that is not Guru's problem, that is your problem. Right? Prabhupada had no problem like that. In spite of all failures, not just one failure, hundreds and thousands of failures, he knew, ये होने वाला ही है, करना ही है. That's why success came to him afterwards, but so fast, because of his faith, Shraddha. So medicine is there, everyone is chanting, but how much Shraddha is there, that depends how much cure will be. So instructions everyone is receiving. Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur spoke about preaching in English language to so many of his disciples. But one disciple took it very seriously and took that instruction to heart. 29 years of utter failure. Start something, gets rejected by family members, gets rejected by God brothers, gets rejected by society, and finally makes it. Even in that period also, it's not like Srila Prabhupada is living in a very big house, row house mein rehke, Prabhupada happily sitting in an armchair chanting Hare Krishna, 16 rounds. No. Srila Prabhupada is actually very much in a despair state. Prabhupada is actually poor. Poor is a very good word. Prabhupada is in a state of begging. He has no money, no connections, no help. Srila Prabhupada has literally begged in those 29 years for help. Beg. I'll give an example to you. Srila Prabhupada was in Vrindavan. And Vrindavan devotees who are there, sadhus, they go and do Madhukari, right? Of course, nowadays we have people very technologically advanced. People have WhatsApp now, so they come to know which place Madhukari is, what items are coming. So this kind of technology has helped also Madhukari. We're talking about those days when there was no technological help. And sincere sadhus would just go and ask somewhere, and whatever they give, that's the day they eat that. Prabhupada would do Madhukari. Madhukari means begging. Now when Madhukari ke liye koi aata hai samne na, someone comes, then what happens? They give chawal. In North India, Vrindavan, they give roti, good roti or shak. Sometimes our devotees also do Madhukari. Just for one day it's okay to do Madhukari, thoda variety ke liye. But sadhus in Vrindavan do everyday Madhukari. Prabhupada was one of the sadhus, and he would go to shops and stand in front of shop. So standing in front of shop, everyone know that Madhukari ke liye aaye Maharaj. Maharaj kya lenge? Good ki roti, shaak. Nahi. Paper chahiye. Paper? Newspaper chahiye? Nahi. Plain paper chahiye. Vrindavan shop wallahs are confused. One new kind of sadhus here. Madhukari involves asking plain papers. Prabhupada had no money to buy paper to write books. He would do Madhukari and get papers. Whatever different style, we have so many different, full-scape notebook and whatever different types of books available, Whatever books pages Prabhupada would collect, write them or type on them. This is how he made the first canto of Bhagavatam, 2 volumes. 2 or 3 volumes he did. Once they were ready, typing and all. Now the second part was to print them. Paper के लिए पैसा नहीं, printing का पैसा कहाँ से आएगा? But Prabhupada went from Mathura to Delhi on a cheap fare. Then he goes to Delhi and someone tells him, Hit Sharan Sharma is their printing press wala, go to him. Prabhupada goes and said, Mera manuscript hai. Please, can you print this first canto, first volume? हाँ Maharaj, print करेंगे, and tells the cost and all. Prabhupada says, you print the book, I will sell the book, then I will pay you the money. Hit Sharan Sharma, even at that time, was thinking, I have never seen a customer like this, who tells me, you print, then I will sell, and what selling whatever money I come, I will give the money to you. Generally, you go to printing press, you have to give advance payment. And the next payment is when you take the books, right? But he is also intrigued. ऐसा कौन व्यक्ति है इतना confidently मांग रहा है? Actually, Prabhupada was begging to him, can you do it for me? And he, Sharan Sharma, in his interview with the devotees, mentioned that actually he was very much feeling that this person is very sincere. He said, Maharaj ji, don't worry, I'll make some change for you in my policies. We'll print the book for you now, and then when the books are distributed, you get money, you pay me. So Prabhupada got it printed. So Prabhupada got the paper, Prabhupada typed on paper, Prabhupada took the manuscripts, got it printed, and now time has come to distribute. There was no one. Prabhupada himself went and distributed those books. And how he distributed? Anyone. From chai stall to high ministers. Lal Bahadur Shastri se bhi mile और चाय वाले दुकान में भी लोगों मिले. There was no distinction where he went because he knew everyone needed that. And was it like everyone welcoming? Maharaj, क्या book लेके आया बताओ? No. People were not ready to buy. People were interested in so many other things. Prabhupada was still managing, and somehow that he got some funds. He got some initial amount of money after selling those books, comes back to Kitcharan Sharma and tell them, take this money. I said, thank you. But this money is not for the paying for the first print. Volume 2, print this. So he said, but you have to pay the first one. So don't worry. You print the second volume, I'll sell that, I'll get more money and I'll pay both the things. So his Sharan Sharma was thinking, what kind of customer is this, unique customer I'm getting who is actually so interested in printing this manuscript. Then his Sharan Sharma asked Srila Prabhupada, आपने कुछ खाया हुआ है क्या नाश्ता वास्ता? It's 11 o'clock in the morning. And Prabhupada says, not eaten. The last meal when you had? Yesterday afternoon. This is Prabhupada. Yesterday afternoon meal, evening no meal, next day morning breakfast bhi nahi, lunch ka pata nahi. Srila Prabhupada himself struggling, begging. And then volume 2 gets ready, he distributes. First canto, second canto, all that struggle he goes through. Someone tells him, Swamiji, Bombay mein, in Mumbai, there is one lady, she's very generous. You go, maybe she'll help you in printing books. Prabhupada travels from Mathura to Mumbai, not in Garib Rath, not in Agast Kranti, not in third AC. Unreserved dabba. He travels in that. He doesn't have money for that. He comes to Mumbai, locates that place, Sumati Morarji's office, comes and waits for her, then she comes in, he shows her Bhagavatam and all, and she's very impressed. Prabhupada is very perfect marketing strategist. He carries all the photos with him, Lal Bahadur Shastri shows, and people have given reviews of my book. So she said, okay Maharaj, आपका मैं book printing के लिए donation दूँगी. So she pays the money to Prabhupada. So Prabhupada is carrying money, but still he travels by unreserved dabba back to Mathura. He doesn't want to spend anything for himself. All the money goes for book printing. 2 cantos are ready. Now Prabhupada thinks, now I am ready to go to America because I have my wealth is not here, but my wealth is in the books. Now I am ready. So now every time Prabhupada meets someone, he's talking about America. Do you know anyone in America? Do you know anyone in America? So he meets Agarwal. Someone tells Agarwal, क्या लड़का है जो ना Gopal Agarwal वहाँ अमेरिका में सेटल हो गया है. And he said, can you help me going in America? So Agarwal says, well, I'll help you. But he starts saying his own woes. And he says, my son went there, but he married an American, and now I want to, what can I do? That lady just captured her and all. His own story he tells, So Prabhupada said, yes, if you help me, I'll also help you. So that's it. The discussion is over. Prabhupada met some other person, asked about, do you have someone in America? And Prabhupada is in Vrindavan back, and he gets a letter, I think no objection certificate from the customs, that you can go to America. So Prabhupada is surprised. Who gave this no objection? Oh, Agarwal. Gopal Agarwal has written a letter that Swamiji can come to America. So now Prabhupada has an invite letter from America. That's the most easiest part of the whole thing. The next part was, how he will go to America? He doesn't have money if he wants to travel from Mathura to Mumbai by train. And here he has to go by America. So he suddenly remembers, I went to Sumati Morarji's place, and this lady was running a steamship company. Why not go to her and ask if I can get a free board on cargo ship? Prabhupada travels back from Mathura to Mumbai. The aim is clear. I want to now get one ticket on the ship. Prabhupada, the famous example, she is waiting on the stairs and she comes very late, and finally she calls and says, the secretary is trying to shoo away Prabhupada. Prabhupada is very adamant, he wants to meet. And then she finally meets and she says, Swamiji will die. And if you see the film, Hare Krishna film, she mentions, Swamiji, you will die. She does like this. Emphasis. A lady is saying to Prabhupada, you will die in America. It's a very cold place. And Prabhupada said, no, I will not die. No, you'll die. What do you know about America? I know, I've gone to America. No, I will not die. And then finally she mentions, I am like your daughter. How can I allow my father to die? Prabhupada catches. If you are my daughter, I am your father. Shouldn't daughter work hard, do something to fulfill the desire of her father? The same emotional thing Prabhupada puts in order. He said, okay, Swamiji, I will do it. And she reluctantly signs that whole thing, and Prabhupada gets a free board on Jaladuta. Prabhupada even does not know what it means to travel on a ship. It's not like previous experience. He even does not know what is America. And how much money? 40 rupees. Right? But he knows what wealth he has got? Those trunk of books. And Prabhupada travels. And what she mentioned was right. What to speak of going to America, and before going to America on the ship, Prabhupada gets 2 heart attacks. But Prabhupada still continues. And then Prabhupada reaches the Boston. And then what happens after that? Prabhupada reaches that place and Prabhupada does not even know where to go. Left or right, where to turn. It's not like us. Now, sometimes we have to go to a new place. We are very pretty sure where we are going, what that place is, whom we are going to meet. Right? Like if I have to go to a new place, I will make sure someone is going to receive me at the station. I have his number also. And I have already spoken to him before I begin the journey. And while the journey is also on, we'll ask, "Aa raha hai ki nahi?" Or train, abhi आधे घंटे पहुंचने वाला है कि नहीं? Everything, if that surety is not there, we'll not go to that place. Always that anxiety is there. What I will get to eat? And here is a very distant land, complete different culture, but Prabhupada is going to a new place, no idea. But he knows. The faith. If something my Guru has spoken and he has told me I have to do it, I will just do it. So that faith he goes in, and then he goes to the right side. There is office there. There is one person sitting here. Are you Bhaktivedanta Swami? I said, yes. So I have important information. Mr. Gopal Agarwal has arranged some transportation for you. Gopal Agarwal has not come to meet Prabhupada. That agent comes, takes Prabhupada and puts him on a bus. And said, this bus you sit, this bus will travel for further hours, and then finally when the bus will stop, that place Gopal Agarwal will meet you. So another new thing, just going on a bus like that. Prabhupada goes on a bus, gets down, and fortunately Gopal Agarwal is waiting. That's how Prabhupada reaches America. And America, what happens? Very easy things, so many difficulties. But that faith is there. And with that faith, when Prabhupada tries his best, miracles take place. In next 12 years, he travels. One who came to America by boat 1 month, he travels 14 times all over the world in 12 years. ऐसा कभी हुआ है क्या? It's actually, sometimes you may say, short burst success. Prabhupada is the only powerful example of that, anything happening like that. No, person does not know anything about the world, what's in America, what's in UK, nothing, but he goes all over the world, and then 108 temples, and thousands of people he meets, makes them devotees, 5,000, 6,000 plus initial disciples all over the world, preaching. But Prabhupada is back in his mind thinking that I have to reach, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has told, pakad ke bhakt banana hai, right? But Prabhupada also knows the frailty. I am an old person. How much I can travel, how much I can reach. So he bases everything on the books. I may not reach. Vapu may not reach. Physical form may not reach. But my Mani can reach in the form of books. So Prabhupada has a single thing in the mind. I have to write those books, more books. Bhagavatam. He mentions Chaitanya Charita. If I have time, Ramayana, Mahabharata, I give Vedas, Upanishads. Big plan. Short time. Whole day Prabhupada was busy. He could not write books. You take management from me. You tell devotees. But they were all not able to do. Again and again, Prabhupada, kya karna chahiye, iske liye kya karna chahiye. Preaching, he has to go inspire devotees. So daytime Prabhupada was busy, management, preaching, meeting people. Prabhupada had no time for books in the daytime. Prabhupada decided to sacrifice his sleep and do the books in the night time. So Prabhupada would sleep 2.5 hours in the day. Not daytime. Sometimes we sleep 2.5 hours and also our night quota is there. Not like that. Total 24 hours, 2.5 hours, 8 o'clock, night Prabhupada would sleep. 10:30 Prabhupada would get up. 10:30 to 4 o'clock Prabhupada would write books. That was Prabhupada's dedication. So these books are not some written books like some author has written book. We find the market lying here. These are Not just devotional ecstasies, these are actually a model of sacrifice. This is in parampara that sacrifice is coming. These books are powerful and it will work. Devotees tell so many times, Prabhuji, itna kitab baat diya, koi devotee bani nahi raha hai. It's foolishness. Do you think everyone has to be tilakdhari, kantidhari to make Prabhupada's books come true? Prabhupada's books are making impressions in the world. It may be not in our own understanding. They tilak barke 16 mala jap karna chahiye. People's life are changing. I'll tell you an example of one devotee who comes to our program. He is from Shetty family, right? And I mean, someone is looking at each other. I didn't mention the name. Anyways, Shetty family, and they are into everything. Family is into eating all kinds of things, right? And he becomes a devotee, stops eating all that. So parents become very, very much concerned. Hey, what happened to you? You are very much fond of all these things. Suddenly, at a young age like that, you give up all that thing. But they also see change in his life. He's become more composed, more better. So they appreciate that change. They are a little intrigued that too much, suddenly change kiya pura, kha nahi raha hai kuch. So they support him. And now the conversion is more, when the phone takes up, Hare Krishna, Mummy kaise hai? Mummy also chants Hare Krishna. She is not interested, she doesn't come to temple anytime. But she is interested. She is interested in the child because child is developing good qualities. So finally, after some years of chanting, he finally says, is it possible that we don't cook? Then what will happen? You buy from outside. So they start buying their quota of meat from outside. No cooking at home because everything is offered. Now they have not become devotees. But is this change not enough change for anyone? Someone who was Yashastra Sandhyam, 3 times eating meat in the home, cooking there. Now he is once in a while getting from there. What a change. They have not even become devotees, but they appreciate. The Hare Krishna has become part of their household life. Right? How this has happened? That change has happened because of Srila Prabhupada's personal intervention from his teachings, in his devotees. So we see that it is not like Prabhupada's books are not changing people. It has changed. They are changing in their own way. Prabhupada even said, if someone touches my book, he will get a human form of life. Someone may doubt, ऐसा कोई बोल दिया प्रभुपाद ने. हाँ, वो आप डाउट कर सकते हैं. आप डाउट करके इधर ही रहेंगे आप. जो डाउट नहीं कर रहा है फुल फेथ में वो चले जाएगा आपके बाद में आके आपका लेक्चर सुन के. But if you doubt, you remain here. You can have your own followers who can also have that doubt. But never doubt what Prabhupada said. Prabhupada said, if you touch this book, you will get a human form of life. In today's age, human form of life is also very rare, right? How many people we can say in Kali Yuga will get their guaranteed human form of life? See the lifestyle they are living. Impossible. See your friends. See the lifestyle. 100% everyone is going on express highway to down, hell. Such a person, to get someone benedicting that is called human form of life, it's a big benediction in the age of Kali Yuga. We have people coming from very, very pious background. In Kali Yuga, they are changing their food habits. I know when I was in school, this is long back, one of my very Gujarati friends, So one day I saw him eating meat. So, hey, क्या हो गया? अभी तो शुरुआत है, आगे आगे देखो होता है क्या? I was shocked. That one shock was not enough. Now I get regular shocks. Marwadis, Jains, and Gujaratis who are into the culture, pious family, never have touched also. बात मुंह से कभी दारू का नाम निकला नहीं था, अभी तो दारू लेके बैठते हैं. कैसे हो रहा है? कलियुग का प्रभाव हो रहा है. Jains are also into it. Sometimes I travel, I go to these East Africa places. Most of them are Gujaratis there. Maximum Indians are Gujaratis. And I meet them. Non-devotees, many of them, I meet them. They take me, ये बड़ा आदमी है बहुत, मिलो उनसे, preach करो उसको. And they tell, Prabhuji, he eats cow's meat also. Height of it. This is Kali Yuga. And I said, why they eat? Because their house में वो सब चल रहा है. जय श्राद्धा गोपीनाथ की जय. In their home they celebrate all festivals, Navaratri, and then Dhanteras, everything is there. The external Dhokosla is still going on. है ना, एवरीथिंग इज देयर। और बोलेंगे तो जय श्री कृष्ण ही बोलेंगे वो लोग, सब कुछ चल रहा है। लेकिन ये हैबिट क्यों चाहिए? बिकॉज वेयर दे स्टेइंग देयर इन्फ्लुएंस पीपल देयर, एंड दे फील धंधा बढ़ाना है तो ये सब करना पड़ेगा, तो देन दे स्टार्ट, दैट कल्चर कम्स इन, एंड द पेरेंट्स टेक द कल्चर एंड द next generation takes the culture little more ahead, degradation everywhere is happening. So there is no question of anyone like getting promoted, very seldom. Maximum people are going to lower species. But if someone just touches this book, and book distribution is all about giving someone a chance. ठीक है तू ना ले लेकिन टच तो कर, स्पर्श कर. If you take this book, see this book, some desire will come. अभी लेना नहीं, बाद में लूँगा. Desire तो आया, लेना बाद में लेना. Krishna is saying that desire बाद में लेना है. Krishna will arrange that बाद में लेना. But if you don't meet him, that desire will never come. Because today's marketing is all about Coco, Pepsi and all those things only, you know, Hayward's and all. Those, their desires will only come. What marketing? Our is marketing strategy, devotee stands in front. Hare Krishna, Bhagavad Gita lo, Bhagavatam lo. नहीं. But he's seeing. Suddenly say, लेना चाहिए यार. The desire has come. Someday it will come. Even the desire is a spiritual desire, right? We went to Jagannath Puri Yatra, and in Jagannath Puri it is mentioned that even if someone does not come to Jagannath Puri, he desires to come to Jagannath Puri, he will get benefit of coming to Jagannath Puri. Spiritual life works on those principles. Even the desire is powerful, because everything Krishna arranges. So here is something which we have. We need to have a little more gather faith. Every time we have to help each other. It's not like I'm sitting here and I'm standing on the Vyasasana and speaking big things. I am speaking to myself today that we have to gather faith. The next 1 month we have to do our best. No one is given targets here, but everyone has to do something. Extend himself. Give something. And administration style you change. No problem. Yesterday, I was going to Pune, and on my way, our bus vehicle stopped at Khalapur Food Mall. You all know Food Mall that between Lonavala before it comes. I was surprised one devotee group had put a bookstall. They went to the Food Mall and they got permissions, and they put a bookstall, big bookstall. And I was very intrigued. I saw on the bookstall Prabhupada books, but they also kept some Tulsi books also there. And those books which catch people's attention, because people come there for just 3 minutes, right? When you get down from the vehicle, bus wala says 3 minutes, 5 minutes, then you have to fast. So in that catch attention, Gita may not catch attention. So they put Karana book. They put Gaur Gopal books also in between. Like a decoration, you know. Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, and one borderline Gaur Gopal books. So you just, Gaur Gopal book. People walk in, they buy Gaur Gopal book, and it's a matter of psychology. You buy a book, and then you also say, let's see what others, you know. And you pick up another Prabhupada book. And you tell people say, I really appreciate him, I am his follower, you know, I subscribe to him. These are the books he reads. These are the book he advertises also that he wants to. This is how you do. This is called as administrating the medicine in a unique style. I am not saying you have to do it, but I am just giving an example of one group of devotees who is doing it. Groups of devotees. We have our own style. Last so many years we are not getting regular permissions. And for your good news for you is, this year we are again not getting permission. Last time Central Railway permission was available. This time Central Railway permission is also not available. So what to do? So brahmacharis in Radha Gopinath temple, they would regularly go and distribute books in trains. But now that's also not happening much. So what to do? So suddenly 4 devotees gather. Let's go on Harinam. 4 devotees Harinam. One is singing with a mic like this, with a hanging phone here, speaker phone. Another is playing mridanga. Mridanga also is not available. लोग बोल रहे हैं आपको मृदंग बजाने आता नहीं, तोड़ देंगे आप, छोड़ो. ढपली लेके आ गया ढोल ढम 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 कर रहे हैं, एक जा रहे हैं. We think Harinam means what? Singer should be like Jai Sachinandan Prabhu or Nityanand Charan Prabhu, Purushottam Prabhu, and mridang should be like or people sitting here, they play mridangas. No, it can be anyone. They are singing. The 2 are singing and 2 are distributing. And what they did? अभी बड़ा book तो दिखाओ बड़ा book कोई. सब ready है यहाँ पर. बड़ा book तो बहुत difficult है. छोटा book दिखाओ. कितने का बुक है? 10-15 रुपीज़ का बुक है, 10 रुपीज़ का ले लो चलो. They take 10 rupees book. Two are singing. See, when you play something, people see something hatke ho raha hai. You go and approach people. लीजिए, take this book. कितने का है? आपके लिए है. जितना देना दीजिए. People are very happy. आपके लिए, मेरे लिए. जितना देना दीजिए. They put their hand in the pocket. आजकल सबके जेब से मिनिमम 10 रुपया ही निकलेगा. वो 2 रुपये ढूंढना पड़ता है. 2 रुपये किधर है, 5 रुपये किधर है. 10 रुपये निकाल के उतना बुक का कॉस्ट दे दिया उसने. Some people are a little too funny, Thank you and go away. How many funny people you meet like that who will just take this book and run away? 3, 4. Maximum people will have the dignity. चल देना चाहिए कुछ. 10 रुपये देगा वो. Some people may think अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं यार, 50 रुपये ले लो. Last 2 years we are doing book distribution in this style from the Radha Gopinath Temple 4 Brahmacharis School. Every time we distribute books, the score per day is 150 plus books. जितना बुक गया है उससे ज़्यादा पैसा आया है. Yes, remaining money goes in Shastradan. Can you imagine this? I told this new thing to Radhanath Maharaj, and Maharaj was excellent. This is the best style of book distribution. No forcing anyone. You want to take, and what is the Lakshmi? जितना देना दे दो. तो इंडिया में अगर ये देंगे तो जितना देगा तो 10 रुपये देगा वो. Change the marketing style. Take the minimum amount of rupee. See, they have to get Prabhupada books. Prabhupada never said big book, big book. They will become devotee. ये टच किया तो human form मिलेगा. ये टच किया तो fish मिलेगा. ऐसा बोला है. They have to get Prabhupada's teachings. So why we should stick to only big books? Remove that psychology. This is book marathon. This is not Gita marathon, right? Of course, if big books are going, why not? But why not the small books? In fact, small books people may read, take up. Like the small books, anyone carry, देखते क्या? Book, बड़ा book ये तो plastic में निकालेंगे भी नहीं वो शायद. So we have to be a little more intelligent how we can reach people, right? And some devotees can do Shastradan, they can approach their company employers or their friends. So big book can be through Shastradan and small book can be through distribution. And use any style, right? So many books are there, right? Sure. So many books. These are just 1% of the whole thing. Any book you take, keep. Because unless the books are with you, you will not going to distribute anything, right? प्रसाद डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन के लिए क्या करना पड़ेगा? पहले तैयारी करनी पड़ेगी. प्रसाद बनाना पड़ेगा ना. अगर किचन भूल गया प्रसाद बनाने के लिए तो क्या मिलने वाला 10 बजे? There is someone who is making the prasad, someone who puts that prasadam in that top, and that table is arranged, plates are arranged, all that you go walk in and you get a plate and prasadam is there. But there is a purva tayari. So how that books will go to people? Purva tayari is, we take those books, हम खिचड़ी बनाएंगे अपने book का. Take the books, keep in your home, keep in your centers. And then you take that. Otherwise, one day you think book बांटना है, लेकिन book किधर है? राधा गोपीनाथ टेम्पल. और मैं कहाँ रह रहा हूँ? मीरा रोड, वाशी, हरे कृष्णा. इतना दूर है. देखते बाद में. Take the books. And you take books, and you could not sell those books. Please bring it back. You are open. We'll take this book without even charging you. जितना बांटा उतना दे दो पैसा. At least try तो किया है. और हमेशा ये strategy हमने अप्लाई है. और कभी भी books बाद में आया नहीं है. क्योंकि जाता है books वो. That is your power. That is not our power here. Even it comes, we take it, but maximum time it goes. So this is a unique style of doing book distribution. The whole idea is not this mechanism of book distribution. The principle behind book distribution has to be emphasized. That we are actually trying to extend Srila Prabhupada to others. Srila Prabhupada is not there in Vapu form. He is in the form of... But Prabhupada's Vani has no legs. We have legs. Our Vani is not powerful. This Vani requires legs. You can decide which legs. Your legs. नहीं मुझे नहीं करना है, मत करो, ठीक है. Our legs will carry this Vani and give people. So Prabhupada requires legs. So all we have to arrange is our own legs to go out and help people, extend. And rest Prabhupada will take care. So there are many events coming up, Gita Dan Yagya here, recitation. There is one event, Mukund Malapur, what is that event still organized? Somewhere in Eros Hall. 2nd December, they're going to have a Gita recitation, mass Gita recitation. Gaurampu is going to give a lecture on Gita. And more details Mukund Malapur can offer you. So these are different fertile brains are thinking how to do book distribution, how to do, means extend ourselves and give Prabhupada's mercy to others. So the next December, more devotees will come and family will increase and expand. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
RG Media YouTube channel. Like, share, subscribe.